I remember the Ara game. I remember the Talia game was actually how he opened as well.
It was the Talia game, yeah.
It was insane. And again, like seeing this draft, you guys are kind of inkling that you're telling me that Barca looks pretty good.
But there's no combat spell.
Oh, he got him. Just he tried to E out. Crowny's in so much trouble. He'll have the flash, but he burns it eventually while matching from Legolas. The Q reaches tether. First blood over to Barca.
Vi gets to get the double scuttle right here and back with a little bit more in her pocket.
Yep. We talked about this trouble in our Barca series versus KC Blue, where the roams to mid were endless. Maybe a roam to top's going to be next. Thager's at least here. White Knight low on mana, but all it takes is a quick gank, and Balsa's in trouble. The wave was cleared before, one crashing in, one minion denied for that. Meanwhile, Crowny steps up. Auto from Legos almost gets a second kill, but Reckless saves the day, and Los Ratones are bleeding right now through multiple points of the map.
So he dies earlier on, and now almost dying and having to TP back, TPing back here with Baus. So they're going to initiate a lane swap. Zeri's running up topside, and it's quite early on, so it's not going to be quite a grub swap. Baus
running at them.
He's
Remember, he's
running
got Halo Blades as well. He flashes in front, and he gets it! Reckless gets the kill in the end. White is set skyward. All it takes is Glitterlands and slow, and at least one comes through. Baus finally looking for the kill that he was denied, and he gets one too. That TP turns into a kill, turns into a weird top lane gank.
Down the bot lane for Barca. However, White Knight on this Galio, one of his TP available, does have his ult.
Free Talon Strike connects, and Whiting gets charmed out. Easy kill. Even though he gets a charm in, it's another one down. Los Ratones is starting to pick up gold value in this game, and trouble, you just talked about that dragon. Now they're just going to move to the objective easy.
Yeah, so what happened was Los Ratones opted to match lanes again rather than maintaining the mismatched lanes, but now Baus is going to get ganked.
What else can you do?
JCC?
I mean, Baus is proxying when they're getting a dragon down bot. Meanwhile, we've got a picture-in-picture because 80 carries are fighting it out. Baus going to get a knock-up. If he gets away from this, it is going to be a disaster.
He's just
for Barca. They're going to use Checkerlad's ulti, so now this walk will turn into a mild run, shoved away, and White Knight will pick him up for fun. There's something at least in top.
Right before the Void Grubs fight starts.
Yeah, do they want to contest this still? They still have ulti on Crowny. And
Only stole one.
Belia got one. I think that's a big win.
Do you play for two? The majority is important for the feats.
You don't have the smite for Belia right there.
Oh, charm, no, Checkerlad. It's a big fight, and Velia's going to open it up. Checkerlad fails a flash into the wall, but they turn for the fight. Legolas, meanwhile, sends the feathers out while he gets bopped up against, and Nemesis is riding a wave too, but this one is hard to control. Onto Thager. He's isolated, dead too, and Los Ratones have just blasted Barca into the ground.
This can't be happening. Whoever plays versus Los Ratones gets mind control. The flash onto the wall. Legolas dies with flash barrier up. Then Thager cues the wall.
He's here. I hope that's resolved. We'll keep you any updates if there are any tech updates.
He seems to be moving
He is
on
moving.
the map.
That's good. Not to the enemy nexus, I hope. But we come back from the fight.
That's not solo queue. You were saying?
He's just going to go. You know what? Throw everything out the window. There he goes. He dies. So I assumed he was going to wait to see Vi on the map. But little did I know.
How long the chase goes, you know. Checkerlad's going to come up regardless. And I mean, Thager has to be careful because
Please don't Galio
he doesn't have his ult, rather, so he doesn't have to be careful. He's going to play around a little bit. He's going to die, but again, this time around, it's not like there's a massive...
This is on Barca right here. They have the Vi ultimate into the Galio combo. Hook lands, and it's a kill as well. But they're going to move in. It's gone.
It's just gone. It's feasted. Baus got his fifth stack, and now they're looking for the fight. The charm again forces out the feathers to fly over the wall. Nemesis runs in, but with a wild growth, it's a bait. It's a ruse. He will die eventually. But the defensive play from White Knight keeps Los Ratones there. Crowny in full ulti. It's 1-for-1 so far, but Nemesis still into rather a priority as Nemesis just takes more plating as well. That 2K maintained to a degree as Baus is proxying. Checkerlad wants a kill, and he should be able to find it. Seismic shove, bit of poke damage. He does have a proto belt, but the rocket grab in makes it a little bit easy, and Baus is just going to try and kite it out. Maybe get a kill on the way, but unfortunately the Feast won't finish the job.
Not quite going to lose his Dark Seal stacks there as well. Proxying on the weak side of the map, 1 versus 3 potential is always impressive, but it's gonna you're going to see a kill go over.
Yeah, well, I mean, we are going to start with Herald, and I'll give you an update after that. Remember, Los Ratones are in a lead as we start off a fight. Checkerlad has just flashed away. Nemesis is going to ulti away, and there's going to be follow-up with the Hero's entrance. They're all in this Ari, but they can't kill him yet. Nemesis does good damage on the way, and they've dove deep for this. As Thager takes a double turret shot, and the convergence from Los Ratones now becomes dangerous with a feast from Baus, and Barca are just cornered and left isolated now. They've sent everything for Nemesis. They gave him the Baus treatment, and it bites right back. For LR, they've just picked up not 4, but all 5 of the Spanish squad. It's a full-blown ace and a massive lead for game one.
That's exactly what he does.
I'm just left wanting more, man. Like, Chocolate has not had one good position in a single neutral objective to set up Barça for success. And we were casting his Talia the other day, Hysterics. Like, his Talia is really good at setting up his team at objectives, pinching people, forcing flashes. They haven't really used any of the strategies we talked about in the early game. There's no mid-support synergy. They don't set up for these objectives very well. 3 first dragons already gone minute 17 to Los Ratones. That's going to be a super early soul.
Yeah, diving very, very far forward. It's really, really hard for the Xayah to even take part. They're not playing off of the hooks, where I still feel like 1 hook equals 1 kill, except for how tanky Velia is now.
Shortest bump ever.
Yeah, I know. It's going to be followed by an even longer ride, though. But
that you land versus these tanky champions.
That's reckless. He's going to stop this recall here. Make it annoying for White in. Maybe even get a kill because Nemesis is ultied. Orb Deception out. Waiting for the charm. That will connect. And Bows, it's a free stack, isn't it? He just autos for it because he didn't have Feast up and available. But it's going from bad to worse. And, you know, you got to feel for Barca a bit. They obviously had some tech issues. They came out of the pause into a big fight. And
disastrous 10 seconds for the attack, and you lose your Talia, you lose your setup.
Yeah, good discipline from Baus too. He could have flashed the knock and then got a kill, but maybe he values holding the flash for the dragon.
Okay, well, maybe now he has to actually use it.
Yeah.
Rare to see him lose a cannon, or at least want to, but as he runs for his life, he gets his Swifties into motion, or rather Moby Boots. He wants also to be safe from this blast cone, but Wyden brings him back in. Shielded Durand and 4 members on top means Bouse will eventually die. While Atakan is getting started up, I mean, you saw the Vi. You know this is free, so again, good death.
Another good death right here. Picks up, what, 4, 5 members, the entire group of Barca over on the top side of the map, both sides of the map. Los Ratones just take the attack, and thank you very much. Now, it will be kind of worth it for Barca if they do manage to get that mid lane tier 1, and I suppose they will because Ari just sold up on the bottom side of the map, and Baus is still there for another 17 seconds. So that is a pretty good push right here from Barca.
Yeah, XP is going to matter a lot too. You've got rank ultimate on the Lulu now.
Oh, you're getting away from Seismic Shove. He went in instead of going out. There's the Crowny ult though, shocking everyone within range onto Legolas. A defensive ult as Velu's already pulled out the Crescent Guard. Barca are deep in enemy jungle. They're getting sandwiched. They're getting crunched with a teleport. It becomes a disaster. Waiting to fly. Bouse with the one-shot. Velia with the kill in the back. And White Knight with nowhere to run. Just when it looks good for Barca, Los Ratones snap them shut.
An extension into the enemy jungle, trying to find Velia here from Barca, but they just can't quite pick him up. Velia then flashes over, finishes off Chocolate, and it's another 3-for-0 play. It's just a stomp, this game.
Yeah, I feel like from Barca, the commitment is just so half-hearted, right? There is no champion selection to go all in on one. I feel like there was once onto Nemesis, they overcommitted, and ever since it's been very, very scattered. And especially when you put yourself in a choke point, we can get flanked from many sides from Los Ratones when their champions have so much agency in playing that way. As Thager's gonna find Baus.
But
I don't
think
think
Baus wins
that.
this. Ulti comes up in a second.
They're gonna
Right about you, but they're committing teleports to Baus again. And Dragon's up in 15 seconds. You see jungle top. I've used the word disaster
this
before.
is a disaster. That's what I was thinking.
The comedic timing could not be better. And jungle just dies. Chocolate sent skyward and Bouse is on the run, but he's got Reckless by his side. This is going to be a double. This is going to be trouble. And Chocolate now regretting the decision. Bouse with a grin on his face, and Los Ratones know this one is in the bag.
Chocolate was laughing as well on the bottom right. I feel like they know that the game looks a little bit shaky, but not this time around.
Not able to one-shot the Cho'Gath, not even being able to get your ulti off on Vi there to one-shot Baus, and now you've got a Mountain Soul.
Dip into fog of war, trying to get any remnants of vision for that Baron.
They're trying to death push, but they're on a ward.
Velia has his ulti as well. You don't want him. The hook is going to do absolutely nothing. As you said, Aragon, who are you going to hook, and what is it going to mean? Wait instantly cleared. Los Ratones grouped up as 5 as well as Chocolate's ulti is going to be late because 4 members already there. Seismic Shove does nothing because they're tanks. They've just got no damage. The Xayah can never step up. She's the one you want to be hitting these front lines.
It's fine. Nemesis was right. Talia's trash.
Okay, well, apparently Nemesis, he's hooked in though, so Nemesis, he might be
cursed him!
I mean, at the very least, it's 1 hook, it's 1 kill, it's something for Barca, but Crowny is unleashed. Look at him in the back as Legolas has to ult immediately. White Knight, the tank, the front line is no more, and Baus is continuing to pad the stacks with 10.
Dun, dun, dun. He's like a shark just circling around the red pit. Thager's going to try his luck. He's going to find a dinosaur.
And there's no feast there because otherwise he's dead
4
5 seconds. Yeah. I'm counting as well. Flash away. Legolas has no ulti. Bounce. He's going to match that, though. He's on a rampage. And all it takes is another fight. Sink your teeth in. And the meal tastes all right. Los Ratones are playing with their food again.
Rekkles just W'd him as well to give him the movement speed right there to be able to connect the feast. And Los Ratones with 5-man buffs from Baron. They're going to push into the base for the end.
It's 25 minutes, 26 ticking over. LR, Groupers 4, and Nemesis is working down on bot, but they can go for the Nexus turrets. It's 20 seconds onto Legolas. It's our grand final, but yet again, I'm getting some deja vu. I'm getting LR's resurgence, beaten once by Barça on the lead up at 2-0. We remember, but this is not the way it was. This is not how it started. Game one only, but LR put up a clinical performance to open up their back-to-back return.
A dominating performance, no neutrals, 2 towers is all they took.
These were some of the best highlights from today's matchup. Which moment was your favorite? Let me know in the comment section below. This is OP, and I'll see you tomorrow. Take care.